Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Smile and Love. This week, we have a very interesting set of topics. Topic or topics, it depends on how you look at it. I have some very, very special guests with me that will introduce themselves in a short while. And after that, we'll dive into. We've been receiving some questions from you guys, the viewers. And I would actually want to encourage you guys to continue putting your questions down in the comment section below, right down there. So, without further ado, I'm going to let the people introduce themselves, starting from my left.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Eddie. I'm from Ghana. I am actually currently working in China, and I've been here for a while. So yes.
The, we don't want to ask him how long is that work. But anyway, next to me.
Hello everyone, my name is Jelise. I'm from Mozambique. I am a student here in China for some time as well, but I've graduated and now I'm doing language. So that's me.
And last but not the least.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucinilde. I'm from Mozambique and I'm very glad to be here with you. I'm also in China. I'm doing my master's in teaching Chinese, so I can be a Chinese teacher.
Oh, she's capitalizing on our platform. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Today we're going to go into the topics. Last time I was told, no, you take too much time. So today we dive right into the topics.
Okay.
Question number one. This is one of the high voted questions. So question number one, we have this. It's about relationships, guys. Smile and love. The love is in capital letters. So what impact does a significant age gap have on a partnership? In fact, before I go into this question, what is a significant age gap, or what do you think is too big an age gap? The president in my car, hey, I'll be in trouble. All right. So anyone who would want to go first, what is a significant age gap? What do you think is too big, or what's your limit?
Our personal limit, or
I think let me start with personal limit.
Okay. I think Eddie, you can take this one first.
personal limits. Like my personal limit, I would say is maximum 12 years.
12 years difference.
Yeah.
She should be older than you.
Oh no! Should be older than her. Like that's the maximum I can go. Yes, 12 years difference.
12 years difference.
Well, I'm not sure about what did you call it?
The age gap.
No, not the age gap, the significant age gap. I'm not really sure about that, but I'm sure that I have to be younger. Yeah, but maybe like for 5-10 years maximum. Yeah, but I think I'm very suspicious to talk about this topic because of background with family and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. 5-10 years, Madam Lulu. How much are you willing to go? Would you like to be like the first lady of my country?
Of course, no. Thank you. Okay, so for me, I think it can't be more than 10 years. Yeah. I mean, they say like it depends on the maturity of each other. But I feel like if it's more than 10 years, like you compromise a lot of things. Like if, let's say if someone is 20 and you're dating someone that is maybe 40, you're compromising a time of your life that will not be able to live because you're already with someone that has that is like more older than you. So I feel like for me, maximum 10 years. And of course, I have to be the youngest and he should be the oldest.
What is wrong with having one of your, having a school child with you?
No. For me, I can't.
So, from what I'm hearing, right, you have these limitations, right? Maybe so far within this podcast, it's about 5 to 12 years difference, right?
Yeah.
Of which you would prefer the man to be older,
Yes.
the lady to be younger. So, do you feel like it ties into this question where it says, what impact does a significant age gap have? So do you feel like if the age gap increases, there are some significant problems, or let me say impacts that the relationship can have if it exceeds, or you know what I mean, right? Do you think there are such kind of impacts? Or if they are there, then what are they?
I think I believe so. I believe that they are very important because imagine if I'm dating someone or I'm married to someone who's like 20 years or like 30 years older than me. There's some stuff that I'm supposed to do when I'm 20. I can't do them. I have to compromise my how do you call my youth for that person because I want to be on the same step as that person. I want to walk, we want to walk together, right? So now I can't do certain things because of my partner. So I think it's a very it has a very big impact into the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the issue of age gap, right? I would say that it depends on where or when the age gap is. So let's say if someone is 20 years old dating someone that is 40, that's a 20-year difference, right?
Yeah.
And a 20-year difference at that point, I feel like, yes, you've not really experienced life
Yeah.
to the point where I think you can understand what it entails to, date someone that is 40 years. But if we are to flip it and also take the same 20-year gap, right? For someone that is 30 or someone that is 40 dating someone who is 60, I feel like that's at that point, that age gap does not become a hindrance.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
you've already gotten to a point where you've actually lived life. So you'll be able to understand them in a certain way. But it's the same 20-year age gap, but it depends on where it is. Yeah.
I actually didn't think about it like that.
It's basically about experience in life because this person who was 40 already has a lot of background experiences. So like someone who's 20, it doesn't that can even be easily manipulated by this person, and the person won't understand that I'm being manipulated because I'm too young.
And then when we are on our 20s, we want to experience a lot of things. But then if you're with someone that's already 40, the person has lived already many things. And then you, let's say your life is like actually starting. You want to explore many things, but you won't be able to do it because you're with someone that, let's say, someone who's 45, say, babe, let's go to amusement park. Like, it's a bit crazy, The person might even go. I think it depends. Let's say, when I was born, my mom was 26 and my dad was, I think, 40 or 41. So the age gap was really big. I really don't know which kind of relationship they had at the time. But according to my mom, they used to have a lot of fun. They used to travel. So I think it also depends on the maturity of the couple. The more you communicate, the more you share your experience and your point of views towards situations, towards things, I think you can still cope with each other, no matter the age gap. But I think it's something that it really takes maturity of both people. Yeah, it really takes maturity and the mentality, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but what about, okay, we see a lot of couples, maybe even in the older generation, so to say, that had such type of age gaps. Do you think that there is a lot, let me say, you mentioned the point of like, let's say the older people maybe being more manipulative towards the younger people. Do you think that's usually the case when it comes to such kind of age gaps, or do you feel like some people, would I say mature, young, that the qualities they look for
Yeah.
are mainly found in older people? Like, say for instance, you ladies here,
Yeah.
you want to be with a gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Right now, maybe a guy like myself, I don't have everything that is
Right.
needed, right?
Yeah.
I still don't have land here. I still don't have those type of things, right?
It happens,
It
yeah.
happens. It really happens a lot.
Yeah, and you find most of the time, say, the older generation, someone who's around 40 years old,
Yeah.
by that time he would have everything that many ladies will be looking for.
Yeah.
Do you think that, let's say, it's an issue of manipulation, or maybe the ladies also look for such type of things, or
Yeah.
the men also, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Or do you feel like those relationships also suffer the same thing, but they prioritize the stability over the lifestyle of a 20-year-old, if I can put it that way?
I think those manipulations, they don't always happen, but they might happen, but they can be unnoticed. Some people might even jeopardize the fact that they are forgetting or they are not going to experience some stuff when they are younger because of someone, because they are willing to just forget about those stuff because they want to be with someone stable. We know a lot of people in our age, especially, they are not stable. I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about even mentally. Like some people, they are not willing to commit to someone else. So someone older might know what they want. You know, that's what they think. That's what people think. Like older people know what they want. But also, there are certain things you can't do with this person. So it's just a matter of like choosing which type of partner you want to have, or which type of things you are willing to give it away. Yeah, in your own life. Yeah.
And I think also it starts with the point with decision, like what you really want. And I also think like when it comes to love, the person might be older than you, but what if you love the person? You know, because I think if you are getting to know someone, you might not love the person immediately, but the more time you spend with the person, you start liking the qualities of the person and other things. So though the age gap is big, but then there is that factor, love, you know. And then it comes, then you have to decide, you really want this? Because in everything there's a sacrifice, you know. So are you willing to sacrifice some things of your life? Like, let's say if you are 25, maybe for now you have to be focusing on your studies, pursuing your dreams, masters, traveling around. But then you're with someone that is already ready for marriage, having kids and everything. So it takes, you know, a decision. Are you willing to sacrifice that time of your life that you could explore more about yourself and then start living with someone that has already another perspective of life? So I think it starts with a decision, like what you really want for your life. Yeah.
So an older person makes you, in a way, rush life processes.
Yeah.
They're already 40.
Yeah.
They want children. You still
Usually it happens like that.
Yeah.
so you end up rushing your...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to go with the timeline of the older person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the older person has already lived
on the
life.
clock.
They know what they want and what they don't want, or what they want, now, or for the immediate future. You've just started. Even just take us for example, right?
Yeah.
When you started, or you're about to enter university, you had this idea of how the course you're going to do, the career you're going to have.
Yeah.
Now just see maybe 5 years down the line, do you still have those? So that's how it is. So you are 20 dating someone that is 40, you might think that, oh, okay, I like this, but 5 years 5 years later, are you still going to feel the same way?
Yeah.
It's going to change. So so that's why I think the age gap, it should be at a point where I think when you have lived your 20s, so like from 20 to 26, after that the age gap shouldn't be after 26 such a big deal. Obviously not like a 50 or 70 year age gap, but
Okay.
Yeah, and there's something I also came to my mind like now, like many girls, let's say, like they are looking for someone who is already, let's say, financially stable, and someone who already has many things like a house, job, and this thing. But what if we start together from the scratch? I know, like the times we are living now, it's really hard.
Yeah, they're going to fight
It's
you in the
really, really
comment
hard.
section.
Like sometimes you might even be frustrated because you look at your friend's life, you go to social media, you are seeing people at you like the same.
That's the problem.
They are really traveling
Getting
around. They are
gifted
living
new
a kind
cars.
of life that you are not yet there.
Exactly.
So maybe at that time you start having a lot of thoughts like, what if? So it's really hard.
But the problem is really social media. If people
The
like,
pressure, right?
because some people, it's not even that they want to be with someone who's older. They just want that life.
Yes.
So younger people cannot give them that.
Yeah, because like let's say I'm 25, my boyfriend is like 28, or we are the same age. We are both starting life,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So I can't ask him, please buy me a Gucci bag. From where? Like how? My
telling
friend, like get sense.
Say that loud.
This, these things where they go around asking people questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it on YouTube and social media and stuff. So there's this girl that they asked. They asked her, "What is your ideal range?" And she said, "Oh, between 22 and 25."
Okay.
Or I think 20 to 25. And she herself, she said she just turned 20. So, okay, how much should he make, to be able to date you? She said $200,000 a year.
25 years old.
Exactly. So as she was saying, you're expecting a 25-year-old because, yes, now we live in a time where there are more younger people that are actually making money, a lot of money, but it's very few.
In the reality.
Yeah, the reality is very few.
Yeah.
I think recently I saw Jordan Peterson talk about something. He said that to be in the 1% earners in the world, you should actually make $32,000 a year. Wow. And that's very, very small to be in the 1%, top 1% in the world. Okay. Right? So you see, like, you are 25, your boyfriend is also 25, and you want him to be a millionaire. You want him to take you on trips. No, go and work.
Doesn't work like that.
Okay, so let me ask a question before we move on to the next one. Because I think when it comes to age difference, right? I think I'll start with the ladies because maybe I have an understanding on Ask the Guys, but I also ask. But for the ladies, what is attractive to you in a man? When it comes to those who go for older men, what do you think? Because I know maybe for you guys, you would want within your range. Who knows?
We just said it.
Okay. For those people who go for older men, do you think they are more attracted to how the man maybe physically looks? Maybe physical older men physically, they say some men, they age like fine wine, So do you think it's like there's a physical aspect to how the older men look, or do you think it's about the stability of the older man, or let's say the more manly or in control of his life and what's around him, that is the attractive factor to the ladies who would go for an older man?
You go first.
I think that they don't really care about the looks.
The physical.
Yeah, I think they don't really care about how they look or how handsome they look or they are fine wine or whatever. But it's more about the stability. It's more about what they've already figured out what they want. Not only, but they already got it. They already have the things. So they're not really worried about, oh no, he looks nice or he doesn't look nice. It's not important for them, I believe. Yeah.
So you believe if they had to put, let's say, two men side by side, one is a 25-year-old guy, same social status and whatever, and a 40-year-old gentleman, same status, same everything. Say they are both relatively physically attractive, same status and everything. If they had to choose, what do you think they would go for? The younger gentleman or the older one?
In the times we are living, like, I also agree what she was saying. Many girls now, they go for the material part. Like, they don't really focus on the physical because they want to have, like, they want good things, So we can even realize most of them, they don't even post their sugar daddies. Like, they don't post their boyfriends, their daddy boyfriends, They will want to post someone that is their age, like someone that looks young and handsome.
Okay.
But when it comes to someone who is maybe younger, they'll be able to post because no one will judge them, like, oh, you are dating someone that is older than you. Like, you won't feel any social attack or pressure, When it comes to someone that is older, like, they will never post. And someone that is younger, like, but of course, like, they want good life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would suggest that it's more about if they had the complete gentleman, it's okay if they don't mind him being young or old.
Yeah.
It's more about what the characteristics of the gentleman, if I can put it that way.
Let's not only focus on the financial part, because some people also go for older men because of their mindset, the way they think and the way they see life already. They are done playing around.
Yes.
They are done. Some are done playing around.
And there are people also, they want, they say like, oh, I want to get more wisdom. So I have to work with those people that are older.
Oh
than
yeah.
me. Like they don't like friends that they are the same age. Some they're like, oh, small thing, you are getting upset. Your mind is like, you take things too personal. So but when it comes to someone that is older than them, it's like they learn something, they become wise according to their point of view. I don't know.
So there is a level of maturity
Yes.
that older men possess that is
Yeah.
attractive to a lot of ladies,
Exactly.
as well as, aside from the financial aspect, there's
Yeah.
a level of maturity
Yeah.
and certain characteristics.
Mhm.
I understand. Okay, I understand. I mean, for the gentlemen, I mean, why they would go for the younger? Do you prefer a lady that's younger? A lot of women say you go for a lady that, let's say, there's a significant age gap. It's because you want someone you can control and manipulate. I've heard that a lot of times. You want someone you can control and manipulate.
Not necessarily, but also I can understand why that is, the thoughts, behind what they say. Because, like, no matter who you are, a man normally shows love when he is trying to direct or teach you something that he is passionate about, right? That's one way that a man shows love, right? Like, because it's very difficult to be with someone that does not listen to you.
Sure.
Like, no
goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways, right? It goes both ways. But the thing is that the reason why most guys tend to go for the younger ladies is, and in that one even, it depends. It's relative.
It's relative.
Yeah, it's relative. If you are a 40-year-old guy, I don't think you should be going for a 20-year-old. Like, I just think, like, yeah, that's
But
too
there's
much.
that thing, they like the hot girls. They
But that's
say that.
the
Younger
20-year-old. The
blood.
20-year-old doesn't really know much, and yes, in that case, it can be seen as a bit, predatory in a way, or you trying to find someone to control or someone to, yeah. So, and when, as a lady ages and she's single, the harder she is. You understand?
What do you mean harder?
That very important.
I think I understand. Like, let me say a woman that maybe she's 32 now, she wants to be independent, and then she put her love, how can I say, her love life aside. And then when she sees like, oh, the time is passing and I have to, it gets more hard because you just want things so fast. You want to get married. You want, but there's a time where you have to know each other, and there's a lot of pressure then at the time. And there are many things that you will not be able to handle or you don't even know how to deal with.
Yeah. Because, like, you've gone through life, you've experienced a lot of things. So now you get to a point where you're like, like, you are just so hard in a way that every little thing, because of your experience, it was a red flag maybe in your previous relationship or whatever. Now it's like, as soon as you see glimpses of that, you just want to pull away. You just want to do this, you
wait.
just want to.
Aren't you afraid of like someone who's more woke? That's not what you want to say?
Like afraid of someone who's got their own strong beliefs.
Yeah. No, not woke, in a sense. It's just the more you experience life, or the more like relationships or broken relationships.
Trust issues.
Yeah, trust issues. There are some people that they feel like, okay, if you wake up, you should text me.
Yeah.
As soon as you wake up, if you don't text me, or maybe you get home and then you fall asleep and you didn't text them, oh, he was cheating because my previous relationship was like that, so
Start comparing.
yeah. So
Okay.
normally, like, the older a lady gets, even men, yeah, but mainly the older, as a guy, the older a lady gets, in my experience, the more trust the less trusting she becomes. Yeah. And
Because of
sometimes it's a good
experiences.
thing. It's a good thing because now she can't be easily lied to. You get it? Yeah, it's a good thing, but also it's a double-edged sword, right? So
It is true. No, you know, if I don't stop you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this question, it's a different type of question. It's very good, especially because you ladies here, you are studying your masters, your PhDs. Some of you guys, hey. So the next question from some of our suggestions is, does a higher level of education
Wow.
lead to better decision making in a relationship? AKA, if I'm in a relationship with a sister or a brother who's got a PhD, proper decisions in the relationship. Anyway, let me not change the question, but does a higher level of education lead to better decision making in relationships?
Decision making is in just between me and him, or like in life in general,
in the relationship.
in the relationship.
This one is hard.
For me, I will tend to say no. I will lean towards no. It doesn't necessarily, because what course are you doing? Okay, you have your PhD in medicine, okay? How does that affect our relationship?
No.
Yeah.
Before you continue, you said no. My sister.
I also think no.
No.
I also think no, but
I'm coming. No, continue. I just wanted to see if there was a different answer so that we see if we are going to fight. Because you know me, I like
Fight into the explanation. We'll fight.
we're getting there.
Yeah, we'll fight.
We're getting there.
Yeah, okay. I lean towards no, mainly because, and the no is not like, strong no, like never no. There's, with all these things, there's always the odd case, or, there's always the, what do you call it? The exception to the rule, right? Yeah. So, yes, you might be intelligent when it comes to maybe research and all these things, but not necessarily,
Relationship.
because even when we look at being smart, there are people that are book smart and there are
Yeah.
people that are street smart, right? Just because you are book smart and then you have a PhD does not necessarily mean that when you come to the streets, you'll be able to survive, right? So yeah, having a higher level of education, it can help in a sense, but sometimes it can become a hindrance even in the relationship. Yeah. Because you think that, who do you think I am? I have a PhD. I'm
Not
telling
only
you, let's
that, not
do
only
this.
that they might want to make a lot of sense of feelings.
Trying to explain. And
Like instead of feeling it, you want to explain it logically. There's no logic to feelings. Feel it.
And I feel it really takes maturity. I said no also, but there are certain women, like, they don't really know how to position themselves. Let's say if they are dating or they're in relationship with someone that doesn't have a higher level, like
Of
her, maybe she has a PhD and the guy maybe is just a bachelor degree holder. Like, she might not, if she's not mature, she will treat the person without respect. But you have to understand, like, you have your knowledge, but when you come to, if you are married, you still have to be submissive to your husband. You have to respect the person. You have to make sure that in the relationship there are certain things you can't just compromise just because of you are more smart. No, school is just something that is not everything. Yeah, it's not everything.
Yeah, but I think, especially in 2024, I think a lot of people have a problem with that word you used, submission.
Sure.
How can you be submissive to your husband?
On another topic or this one.
For another day.
This is the day. This is the day.
No, the thing about the
submission.
not only submission. I'm talking about education.
She's running away from it.
No, I'll come back.
She's trying to connect.
Yeah, the thing about education is also has a pressure from the society, not only you two as a couple only.
Yeah.
For example, me, Chelis, I'm a PhD holder, and then we have a meeting or we have a get together with my fellow classmates or my workmates. Now my husband maybe doesn't even have bachelor's, and now we go out, and now how can he blend with those people
Contributions to the discussion.
to the discussion? Imagine we're talking about, I don't know, computers and stuff.
And he doesn't know anything. That's
Yeah.
social media.
Imagine he just knows about his business.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is where the submission part comes in, because the woman is supposed to, I think they're supposed to stand their ground, to know, to make people know that this is the husband she chose, despite the level of education he has. No one in the society can say anything, because they will try to diss her for that. Be like, we can't go out with your husband, I'm sorry, you know. But I feel like,
But do you think, like, in a day-to-day setting, maybe couples are judged based off of their education?
not only,
No, not necessarily.
It depends on the circle.
Or it depends on the friends.
The friend group. Because as you were saying, like, for some of us that, we are into business and stuff, like even if I'm having lunch or whatever with my friends who also do business, they don't really care.
Yeah.
They are not worried about, what business did you do, or what level of education enabled you, are you doing a good job where you are? Yeah, fine, it's fine, Yeah, but if you are in a field, let's say that some of the STEM fields, like you are, most of your friends are PhD holders who publish papers here and there. Yes, that circle would, if your husband doesn't have a PhD and then you go for dinner or something like that, they'll be talking mainly about research, and he will just be yes, he might have education level in another thing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
He's not really inclined in that direction. That's
And I think, like, you don't have to feel inferior just because the other person has the education level higher than you. You just have to be confident in what you are, like in what you have. If you're going for a meeting like that, if they're speaking something that you can't share much, just be there to listen and learn. It's not even a problem.
yeah, but some people have that thing of the pride, or some men also would be like, oh no, I can't go out with you because your people's gonna start speaking about what is men pride. I don't know, maybe Eddie can help us.
like men, we've got pride when our wife or woman.
Some
Like, it's like, I feel like guys sometimes don't know how to feel like, oh, my woman is higher than
This
me.
is what I like now. The topic has started. Eddie, defend us.
For me,
It takes maturity.
I think that yes, there are some men that actually get a bit icky when their woman is a bit higher than them. But it also doesn't just come from a place out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it comes out of a place of what has happened in the past. Have you used that against him before?
Sure.
Once you use that against him,
The problem
or
comes.
once maybe previously someone has used it against you, maybe not you necessarily, but because someone has used it, it's still in his head. And because for me, I don't mind if my wife makes more money than me. Like really,
we went to money now.
I don't really mind. If she wants to go to work and I'll stay home, I don't mind. I'll stay. Yeah, but once you don't, we all know that women are not built to be the providers, right?
Yeah.
So, as a man, you should provide, obviously.
100%.
And I feel like sometimes there's some women, when they have more, they don't know how to behave. Submission. Yeah, it comes again to submission. Like, there are women, like, when they have a lot of money, let's say, and if the man is not bringing enough to the table, she'll talk to him in a manner, like, she'll not give the respect. She'll have attitude. But then you have to understand that, the man is the head. Like, let him be what he is. Give him the respect that he deserves. You have money, it's okay. Like,
And their house is not like school.
yeah, I understand.
House.
But what kills many women is the
Yeah, I think
sometimes.
I'll agree. I think I would say a lot of women do not know how to act when they are in higher positions.
Sure.
And a lot of men also do not know how to handle the fact that their woman is in a higher position.
Yes.
So that level of understanding sometimes is lacking, right? but you shall not make me forget about my submission. Why is it that a lot of ladies have a problem with that word submission? Or why is it a problem in today's day and age? Or is that where the problem?
I'll just say I think they don't understand it. What it is to be submissive. Now you can continue.
But do any of you have a problem with that?
I think it depends on the belief system of the person. As for me, I'm a Christian and I see submission as something beautiful. Because, you know, like when you submit, like when how can I say, when you're a submissive person to your husband, it's like, how can I say, he'll know how to treat you the way you deserve. You know, because he sees respect coming from you. He sees love coming from you, you know. So, and if you're not submissive, it means that you're telling him, like, he might not treat you the way you deserve, you know. Like, a man was not, I believe that a man was not created with that thing called love. As women, we have a lot of love to give, but them, they have to learn how to love, you know. So if I'm not submissive to him, he might not be able to express fully love towards me, you know. So I don't see as a problem. I think what brings the problem then is the misunderstanding of the word. Submission is not slavery, what many women think, like, oh, you have to kneel down. No, it's not about that. You know, treat your man as a king, and surely he will treat you like a queen, you know. This is my understanding.
You are coming back next time.
My take on submission is, as you said, you know, people misunderstand what the word means.
Yeah.
Let's take, you know, a society that we live in, for instance. We submit to the law. That doesn't necessarily mean that we are slaves.
Yeah.
You know, when you submit to the law, let's say you are driving and you submit to the laws of the road, you are able to drive better and have a good experience.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I understand by the word submission. A lady submitting to her husband or her man or whatever. When you submit, you have a better experience in the relationship.
Sure.
It doesn't necessarily mean I know I'm a slave, walk on me. No. You know how to navigate. You know that, okay, when there's a red light, I have to stop. You know that, oh, when he comes back, you know, I don't have to start yelling at him. No. When he comes back from work and he's tired, you know, okay, let me give him water. Let me, you know, it's not because you are a slave. You just know how to now the buttons to press to calm you down, you know. And once he's like that, he will give you all the love that you need.
Yes.
Not only that, I feel like also the fact that men feel the need of like providing and also in decision making. Some women, we rush, we know we talk a lot and we rush to now start making all the decisions in the house without giving your man the opportunity to be the man of the house and put some order in the house. It doesn't mean you are lower than him or something. No, it's a partnership. We are partners, but I'm submitting to my husband.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the reason why a lot of ladies have a problem with this submission term today is because of the growing negative quality of men that are starting to, you know, like a lot of guys are not inspiring ladies to be submissive. The way they treat them in a relationship or the type of leadership qualities. Do we say we can say some of the blame, we can put it on the gentlemen. They're not doing a good job in a relationship. So at the end of the day, a lot of women are starting to find a problem with submission. Why is submission a growing disliked word, if I can say that?
I think like there is this thing called reciprocate, you know, like a woman can give you what you give to her, you know. If you're not really loving her and treating her the way she deserves, she will also not treat you the way you deserve. And some women, they are based on the experience they've been in life. Let's say maybe a woman, she grew up in a family where the mother was not submissive, or she saw some aunties that they were not respectful to their husband. So she'll have that image, like, you know, I don't have to. But if you grew up in a house seeing your mother treating your father so like with total submission, that will not even be a problem.
No, it goes both ways as well. Because if the person grew up in a house where the mother was doing all those things to the father, and now I'm looking for my father in some man and I can't find, what am I supposed to do?
And
It's just the chicken and the egg.
deep down,
Which one came first, or which one comes first, right? Yeah. So blame can be put on both parties
sure, yeah.
because as a guy, I should be a provider. I shouldn't say, oh, I'm waiting for, or I should be a man, right? I won't say, oh, my masculine energy is going to come out when I meet the right one. No, it is there. That's who I am, right? As a lady, your feminine energy and your submissiveness is just who you are.
Can't say that it will come after I meet the right
Yeah,
guy.
you don't say it will come after I meet her because being submissive,
Yeah.
it doesn't just show like for a guy to approach you or for a guy to know that you're submissive. It doesn't just show when you are treating like let's say your boyfriend or your husband or no. It shows in the way you treat others. How
Yes.
do you submit to actually authority? How do you
Yeah.
submit to your parents? Because one thing I always tell guys is if a lady does not respect her parents, forget it. She won't respect
She
you.
won't respect you.
For sure. Yeah, do not go for So submission it should be your nature. If that is your nature, nothing can change your nature.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, even if you go through whatever, yes, it might be a bit difficult, you might hold back or whatever, but you won't be someone that is quarrelsome. You won't be someone that is always, trying to pull the strings of a guy. No, you are just submissive.
Yeah.
And as she said, growing up, the way we grow up also
Yeah.
matters.
The way you said how if a lady doesn't respect her parents, it goes like even the guy.
Yeah,
If he doesn't, the way he treats his mother is also important for you to see.
Me, I've started seeing these days, a lot of ladies don't like guys who love their mother too
I'm not
much.
talking about loving too much. Respect one. Second, I'm not saying it should be a mama's boy. No.
No, but what's wrong with being a mama's boy?
The thing is, like, as a man, you have to understand, like, after you are married, your first lady is your wife.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like because you got married, your mom stopped being your mom. Your mother.
Never stop being your mother.
She is forever your mother. But then you have to now understand that my family now is my wife. Your mother will always be your mother. So you have to put it like you have to know how to differentiate your relationship with your wife and your relationship with your mother, and make sure that you bring peace between them. Because I believe like some men, they are the reason why their mother and their wife are fighting because they really don't know how to bring them together and make sure like, mom, this is my wife, babe, this is my mom. Like, you don't have to quarrel, you don't have to hate each other. And for me, my mom, she always taught me like, once you are married, your mom is your husband mom first, your mother-in-law. So the way you are treating me today, you have to make sure that when you are married, you have to treat her the same. You have to love her, respect her, But there is a lot of wickedness nowadays in relationship that some people, they ignore many things. Like, they enter into relationship, they don't talk about these things, And then when you get into marriage, it becomes a problem because a lot of red flags, you ignore them. You have to understand the mind of the person you are getting into a relationship with. The time we're supposed to know each other, these are the time we're supposed to discuss these things, observe the person, how the person treats others, how the person treats his family members, how does he talk with them, We don't spend time to know these things. We are most interested in what's your favorite color, what you like to do, what's your favorite food. Let's take this how much money do you make? This is not even important.
What are your plans for?
Yes, because when it comes to marriage, when it comes to that time where it's just the two of you, a lot of things start to make sense, and is where the fight starts actually.
So it's for the mama's boy. I'm standing in for all my mama's boys out there.
Yeah, in my language they say you have to cut the cord down.
The
umbilical cord.
You have to understand that you are a man. You already like there's a season of growth. You have to leave. Your mom. She's your mom.
Yeah.
She's your mom. She'll always be there. But you have to cut that thing. you know, to make sure that you also get your wings and fly, you know.
Amen.
But if you're always there, mom, anything, any decision you want to take, instead of telling your wife you're going to your mom, you are creating there a big problem.
So the problem that you guys have with the mama's boy is that it's not that you have a problem with him loving his mother.
Yeah.
It's that you have a problem with him not putting a demarcation between you, his girlfriend or wife, and the mother, right? So much so that sometimes he talks to the mother before he talks to you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So we are in, I think I had this conversation with someone very close, you know. We don't laugh, it could be anyone.
Okay.
Anyway, so I asked this question. Say we are in a car,
Yeah.
right? There is your husband,
Oh,
you
this one, I know
and,
where you're going.
the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
You are yet to sit in the car. Where are you going to sit? You've come out of the house first.
Yeah.
Mother-in-law is still there. Husband is on the driver's seat. You are now coming. Which door are you opening? Where do you sit?
Okay, I can go first. If you're a married person,
Yes.
I believe that the seat in the front, it belongs to your wife. But then it takes the wisdom of your wife to say, Mom, you can go and sit. You know,
To offer.
to offer, like, you know, but that seat belongs to your wife. You know, that's why I said, like previously, like when you're married, you have to understand, like, there's a switch of position. You know, who is the queen now is your wife. So you have to know where is the place of your wife and where's the place of your mom. Me, perhaps I know how my mom is. She likes the seat
At the back.
at the back, so she will not even have. So it also depends on the mind of the.
Of the
Yeah, if their relationship is not good, it will be a problem. But if they love each other, there's no problem. Even if I sit in front, you sit at the back, there is no, you know.
But you
it's also
expect
about-
the front seat.
Yeah,
But
because
it's also about the woman being humble. Like, you know that's your seat, right?
Yeah.
Offer it.
Yeah, offer
It's
it to your
okay. You won't
mom.
lose anything. Just
Yeah.
offer it.
She's your
and
mom.
if she's also your mom.
Yeah.
You want her to be comfortable, right? Some people are more comfortable at the front seat. Some people are more comfortable at the back seat. So
Would you be comfortable at the back seat? If your husband told you to sit behind.
no, that's the problem. He cannot
he
tell
can't
me.
tell me.
Oh, really?
No.
You're supposed to be submissive.
No, he can't tell me.
Because when you tell me go and sit at the back, you are creating a big problem.
problem.
Yeah.
You already know that's my seat. Wait for no. That's not about.
Wait
When your husband tells you to sit at the back, you have to go and sit at the back.
It's not about.
Submission
mother
is not
here.
telling you
It's
to
not
go and
about
do
that.
this. No.
No.
But then what is submission now?
No, I think you know, like the husband going the way
It's
of
not
saying,
demanding, like,
go and sit
do
at
this
the back.
thing.
Yeah.
That will cause you know
a problem.
because they were talking about wisdom, right? It takes wisdom. As the man also, you should know that it takes wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, because there are certain things that is very trivial. It's just sitting in the car. Like it's not.
You get there either way.
So,
Yes.
So the most important thing is that how is their relationship, your mom and then your wife?
Your
How is their
wife.
relationship? If their relationship is good, it doesn't matter who sits at the front.
Exactly.
or the back.
Exactly.
If their relationship is bad, just take 2 cars.
Yeah. They'll start
Oh,
fighting.
2 cars,
They'll start fighting.
And yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Sure.
All right. No, I understand. I'm just trying to find fights. You guys are two peaceful people. No. Anyway, let me go to the next one.
Okay.
This one now, turn up the heat a little bit. Now, this one, I just want you to answer yes or no. You'll give your point later.
Okay.
Should couples keep secrets from one another? Now, I'm not talking about secrets. I mean secrets that will make sure, like, you don't hurt the other person's feelings. Should couples keep secrets from one another? Now, I'm not saying should couples be secretive. No. But should couples keep secrets from one another, specifically to protect the partner's feelings?
Wow.
I'll start from which side do I? Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
No.
No.
I go to no.
Oh, wait, before you give me your point,
Okay.
yes or no?
No.
Okay, no. No.
It depends.
Please release the no. It's a no.
It depends, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say it depends.
Okay, it depends. Lulu, let me start from you.
Yeah.
Or should I start from him so that in case his answer makes sense, you might change? Or you want to start?
I want to go first.
Go first.
I wanted him to go first.
Okay, let him go first then.
Really? No,
go first?
Okay, whoever.
For me, I say it depends. Okay. I will say no, but the thing is that it depends, right?
Eddie.
The reason I say it depends is that there are certain things like it doesn't affect the relationship, right? Let's say I'm married now, right? I'm married, and then
Speak it.
let's say I'm married now, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say before I got married, right? Like we are in the same circle or the same community, and maybe I asked someone out, right? And it didn't go anywhere. I don't think I should tell the person that I'm with now, right? Like my wife. I don't think that I should tell them because it didn't materialize to anything. I think telling them that, at this point I asked this person out and all that, even though it didn't materialize to anything, she will still look at, so you like this girl at one point and then you asked her out. I think it might, even though nothing came out of it, now it gets to a point where if they see you and that person just smiling and laughing, now it becomes like, what are they talking? I wonder what they're talking about. Are they no matter we are humans,
Yeah.
right? So in that case, but I will say no, but it depends. No, and it depends.
It depends.
Yes.
So if you feel like it may be harmful to your relationship,
If it's something that can actually
cause
or is done-
unnecessary problems.
What is unnecessary problems?
That's
the thing.
I'm telling you.
Because if it's something that you've done, you shouldn't keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Something that is going to affect your relationship, that is going to affect the trust or whatever. You shouldn't keep it a secret. You knew that it was bad, you did it anyway, now go and confess. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't always do that, right? And also sometimes we feel like it's not the right time or whatever. But I'll say no, and it depends.
Okay. All right. I like that. No, the reason why I like this question is because if you look at the sisters on this side, it's as though we're already keeping secret.
Yeah, I think this is how I understand the gender difference.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
What do you mean?
Yeah, okay, so ladies, let us know. Should you keep secrets from your partner to protect their feelings?
No. I'll speak about myself. There's not one thing that I value the most than sincerity. Even though it's paining me, I would like to know it. Even though it might make me feel sad or something, I would like to know it. Me personally, I don't know if people believe that there's certain lies a guy can tell me and they'll be fine because it makes them feel better. But for me, even if it's paining me, don't keep it a secret that I'm not looking nice with this new hair because I won't like to hear it. I'll go out looking like this. And you told me it's okay, you look nice because you don't want to hurt my feelings. No, tell me, not like in a good manner, of course.
Yeah.
Should be able to tell me like, okay, you know what? I think maybe you should change it like this, or maybe you should try some other things. Because I go out and I meet my friend. She's like, but you know what? I don't think you're looking that nice.
Yeah.
But I have a husband at home. And he was like, no, you look perfect. But he knows I don't look perfect. So for me, that's a big problem. And that's small. Imagine a big thing now, something that happened before in his life or something. I would like to know it.
Yeah.
I would like to.
So you're the type of person who would want to know everything about your current partner's past.
Yes.
Where you prefer that.
I prefer that because I don't like bad surprises.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
okay.
and I like transparency, and like when we're in a relationship, before we are like a couple, we are friends, you know. So I'm not your enemy. Feel free to tell me. Sometimes it might pain. It's okay, but at least I'll know that you were open to me, you were honest towards me. So if I hear something about you with someone else, it's going to be more painful. You know, so I feel like let us be open and transparent to each other. This thing is not fine. Tell me, you know. I'll also come and say, you know, the way she was saying, it's like you have to know sometimes how to also talk and approach your partner. If let's say, if you're married, like if I'm a woman, I'm not looking nice. People will not even say like, it's my problem, it's my fault. They will look at my partner. How can you allow your woman to look like this? And if it goes also both ways, like if the guy is not really looking nice, they'll blame the woman, like, like you don't have eyes. How can you allow your husband to be looking like that? Your husband is smelling. He has.
You can't tell
You
him.
can't tell him.
It's a secret.
You know.
Okay.
Like be open.
That one, let me say I could classify it under white lies, right?
Yeah.
So white lies, basically small lies you tell.
Small lie, yeah.
Where are you? Oh, I'm on the road 5 minutes away. You haven't yet even started getting ready, right? Or, oh, baby, have I gained some weight? And then you're like, oh,
I love you the way you are.
you're fine. In fact, you've lost. Those type of things, right? Those are some white lies, right?
I think the partner
So the
should know
secret.
should know the type of partner they have. Like that's why I said for me, tell me.
Yeah.
Even if it will hurt me, even if I cry, tell me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about now if your partner doesn't like to see you cry?
It's okay. I asked for it.
Some of you take 5 working days to
I know.
forgive.
Like
So, what about if your partner is afraid? Or if you have
I know.
Let's put it
I
the other way.
understand. I can say that I think I really know what you understand, what you're trying to say. For me, I'm a kind of person like if I'm hurt, I close myself because I think because of my temperament, I'm a melancholic. So sometimes I take time to
Google.
I'll enter into my mind and I'll overthink, you know. But though I like transparency, I like when you tell me, I want to know who you are. You know, I want to know about your past. How was your previous girlfriend? What really happened for you guys to break up? You know?
Important.
Yeah, like please tell me.
He doesn't agree.
I actually agree.
No,
Because so I feel like I have this thing in me. I can be an FBI. Like, so when I find something that you didn't tell me, it
You
really
feel like it's betrayal.
yeah.
So
Now
you'd
you can't
rather-
even trust the person anymore.
Yeah. And I think there are things like sometimes you don't tell because they are not really relevant. Maybe you forgot, you know. And maybe I'll ask you, like, what is this thing? And if you're transparent with the thing, it's okay. But I don't like when someone keeps secrets from me.
And usually women will ask, we already knowing. So if she says, what is this? And then you lie, be like, you know.
So the best thing that you would want is, even if the truth is painful,
Yeah.
say you ask something about someone's past, or even if it's white lies, like
Yeah.
about weight or something like that, even if it's painful,
Yeah.
you deserve the truth.
Yeah.
Yes, I think honesty is always the best.
100%.
But you know, honesty shouldn't be in the moment, right? I think I heard Simon Sinek. I don't know if you know him. He's a motivational speaker. He said something once. I think it was in an interview, and then he was saying that yes, we think that honesty should be in the moment. Like if someone, let's say, you go and see someone sing or perform, and then the song, you know, it was terrible, right?
Terry.
Yeah.
Let's not mention names here.
Oh, we know you, sir.
Yeah, and then it was terrible, right?
Yeah.
In the moment, the person has adrenaline, right? And then they come and ask you, how was it? You have to be honest. So are you going to tell them there and there, it was really terrible?
It's not the right time, right?
Yeah, it's not the right time,
Yeah.
right? But you can't also lie in the moment.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? So he gave an example. He went to watch a friend of his perform. She performed. The play was very terrible. She came down. She was like, "Oh, how was the play?" And he said, he told her that, "Oh, it was really nice seeing you up there. It was really nice watching you perform, you know, do your thing, and I'm really glad you invited me to come and join. He didn't lie, he was honest.
Yeah.
A few days after, then he called her and was like, I think 24 hours later or something. He called her, now she's calmed down.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
adrenaline is gone. Now he called her and said, oh, okay, can I really tell you what I thought about the play? Because at this moment, she's not talking, you know, she won't be emotional at that point.
Yeah.
So sometimes telling people things in the moment shouldn't be, you shouldn't tell people things in the moment. You shouldn't be honest in the moment.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't also lie. So you should have a way, you should have the wisdom to know how to, you know, maneuver what you have to tell them in the moment. And when tempers have calmed down, then you can revisit that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Now, what about if it's something like, oh, hey, now if I keep giving this example, now people feel like I'm talking about. Anyway,
you want to say?
no. Let me come to this. When it comes to, let's say, the issue of, let's say, secrets and maybe the truth, I think it's something that I used to struggle with back before, right? I would be afraid to say the truth because I would be afraid of the consequence of the truth or the reaction. Or let me put it like, let me say, not necessarily consequence, but I subconsciously, whether it's subconsciously or not, said, okay, it's because of how the person reacts to the truth.
Yeah.
Say maybe, for example, let me put it in extremes. Like every time I tell this person the truth about something, they become violent. For example, just an extreme, for example, they become violent. And so I now use that to justify why I do not. So in those cases, say the way the person receives the truth, would you say it would stop you from being honest, or should stop you from being honest? Or what do you do in those situations?
You adjust.
I think you have to know. You have to know.
You adjust to the type of person that you're dealing with.
And you also have to know how to talk to the person, because for real, the truth can really pain, especially when it comes from someone that is really close to you. You know, the thing is that you have to really know how to talk. I know sometimes my beloved would not like to tell me something because he knows that if he tells me, I'll get upset. I'll not even call him babe anymore for some days.
Hey.
You know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like he delays. Like one day when we'll be just calm and maybe relaxed, I'll tell you like, oh, that day, you know. But for me, I really like when you tell me. I'll be upset. Yeah, give me some days, so I'll be mad, and then I'll come back to my normal state. But please know how to talk, know your person, and know how you can approach and talk about something.
That's why I say like it really depends on the type of people or person you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should just know the person.
Yeah. Know
I
your
use myself
person.
as an example. Yeah, for me, I'm very, what's the word I want to use? I'm very defensive.
Yes, you are. You are.
I'm very defensive, like when you're trying to tell me about something. So, like, my lovely Jessica. Yeah. Anytime. So now she has adjusted. We've been together for a while now, right? So now she knows me so well that she has adjusted that whenever there's something that I do in the moment, she does like in the moment, maybe I'm feeling some type of way. She won't tell me there. Like what you're saying. She will wait when she has this look. And then as soon as I see that look, I know that she wants to tell me something. So just calm down and listen to her. She's not attacking you.
Yeah.
So just relax and listen to what she has to say. Yeah. So you have to just know the person and then adjust.
Yeah. Know your person.
So it's the solution basically is not dishonesty.
Yeah.
If you have a
be
partner
transparent.
who still be transparent, find better ways to communicate the truth, but ensure that you're honest at all times.
Yes.
So no secrets.
No secrets.
Hey, my sisters.
No.
You know.
But wait, still on this question.
Okay.
What? My question now comes by like, what if I have a friend and my friend told me something and the person asked me, please don't tell anyone.
Then don't tell anyone.
And I am married. Like, do I really tell my husband? Because me and my husband, we are one. Like,
Well, it depends on what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It depends on all because okay, you and your husband are one. Let's say you are a therapist. Are you still going to tell your husband?
No, you're under oath. That's what you say, right?
Yeah.
So friendship also, if it's something that is not illegal or it's just their own personal thing.
Yeah, so you can-
let's say as a lady, it's their own personal lady business. There's no need for it to tell your husband, right? It doesn't.
It's not even your secret, though.
No, what if, for example, I come to you and say, please, Jelisi, this thing don't tell anyone, not even your partner. Like, please, we are friends, yes, don't tell anyone.
That's what I'm saying. It's not my secret. I'm not keeping my secret. So it's like,
So that
So-
one is fine.
That one is fine. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If it affects your husband or your partner, then I guess that one you're obliged to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, we shall move on. So, this next question is actually very much similar to that one. And I think we've answered it. The question is basically, is being honest always the best approach in
Yes.
relationships, or do white lies sometimes help?
you already said.
So I think
already
we've talked
talked
about
about
it.
that.
But just to brush over it quickly, do white lies sometimes help? Do they help?
No.
No.
In the long run, no. Big lies.
Yes.
Because like the example that you gave, where are you? I'm 5 minutes away, right? Then now, okay, she's waiting. You get there. But you said you're 5 minutes away. Now you have to lie again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm
no, it's because there was traffic. Oh, okay.
You're building, you're
You know,
creating
it-
like trust issues in the other
Yeah.
person.
Trust is like currency, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a deposit. So you have the money there already. You deposited, let's say, 100 kwai. And white lies is like taking 1 mile or 1 mile. Those are white lies. So you take 1 mile. Is eventually the 100 kwai is eventually going to finish.
Yes.
Mao is like cents, guys.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So I think you guys are just against any sort of lies. Amen. All right. So the last one. I can't believe it's the last one.
Oh.
But anyway, no, there are many more, but because of time.
Yeah.
Because of time. All right. So actually, this one we have to be very, very quick. Very, very quick, because our time is fast spent. But here's the question: is unconditional love possible, or are conditions always present?
Yes.
Currently, you guys, anyway, is there, when you were in relationships, if you are in one now or you were in one before, or if you are to be in one, do you
Yeah.
expect it to have unconditional love? Did it have unconditional love? Does it have unconditional love? Or there are conditions? Or do you think love in general is unconditional? Or do you think it's highly conditional or conditional in general?
I think I leave this question to them first.
I heard someone once say that unconditional love is only God and your mom that has unconditional love for you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this whole thing where we talk about red flags and green flags, your green flags are the conditions that you can accept to be with someone. So to be with someone, there are certain conditions. Because if you say, okay, unconditional love, okay, we are dating, right? And then I stop bathing for like 6 months.
Oh,
You know?
no,
Yeah.
you
You
can't.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say that, I will love him with
Just
any
the way-
condition, right? So I think that unconditional love, I don't believe. No.
No,
I also
there are
don't
always
believe.
conditions.
it's a no from Eddie.
too.
A no.
I don't think.
Before she goes, what do you think?
It's really hard.
It's harder.
Yeah. I
Give
think
us.
unconditional love, it comes from the perspective of, okay, if I'm a Christian, God has an unconditional love towards us. But when it comes to our relationship, like me and you, sometimes when I see like human beings, we can say that we love today and tomorrow we don't love you just because you did something. I come to understand that for us it's really hard to have an unconditional love, because there are things I want to see in our relationship. If I don't see, I might stop really having the feeling for you. So
Not only that, imagine if this person breaks your trust or breaks the commitment that the person has with you. So you're saying that you're gonna stay because you have unconditional love towards that person? I don't think it works like that.
So relationships basically come on condition that you behave
Yeah.
a specific
I,
way or provide.
I believe that it's not the love that's conditioned, but the relationship with the person. Because the feeling, you don't really choose whether you love or not love this person.
It flows.
But whether to stay or not with this person, there's conditions in that.
No, but if your boyfriend takes you out for Valentine's, don't you love him more?
No, I love him. I love him.
And also this thing also comes with, let's say like, oh man, you know, like for me, okay, like when it talks about, they say there's the love languages, you know. I like quality time. I like,
Oh,
I also like gifts.
yeah.
You know, so I appreciate if you say, oh baby, today I had football, but I just want to spend the day with you. Oh, that's like
Ellie, are you watching this?
Football specifically.
Specifically football.
specifically football.
Gents out there, be athletic.
Someone specific.
I hope he's watching.
I'm telling you.
You know, if you say like, oh, today I really want to enjoy your company, you know, I had something to do, but I want to be with you. I'll be so touched, you know.
But does that make you love the person more?
It will give more points.
What are the points? Love points?
3 points.
3 No, like
I
what
think it makes the love more interesting. For example, if you're someone like, for example, in a normal day, you bring me a flower, you make a surprise. Of course, that will increase the fire. Like it will make me to love you more. Of course,
The love is
the
there,
love
but
is there, but it's like a fan. You really have to.
it's like you admire that person even more. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, okay, I chose well.
So is it that your love is increasing or the
It's like-
status of your relationship? Is it are we increasing love points or relationship points? Say the subtraction of these things. Less quality time, less maybe if you love gifts and stuff, or less this, less that. Say your love languages are not satisfied. Does that reduce the level of love you have for someone?
Yeah, I think so, because there's a way I feel loved when you do something. So when you don't do that, I feel like you don't really care. You don't pay more attention on my emotions or the way I love to be loved. You know, for example, if I see my partner praying for me, like, oh, that would be so nice. I think I'm being too direct. I'm sorry.
I feel like it has to do more with the person than with me. I feel like my love for the person is not based on what the person is doing or did to me. It's my feeling.
So your love is for that person is unconditional.
No, it's not unconditional. No, it's not unconditional. Let me try. The love I have for this person. I know I'm confused now. You made me confused now.
That's my job.
Yeah.
I'm executing it perfectly.
Let Eddie speak. I'll think about it.
Please,
Okay.
Yes, love. Yeah, it's based on condition for me. I think it's based on condition. Because yes, for your mom, you know how many people have we seen? They've done terrible things. You
The
know,
parents, yeah.
You know they've, you know, done like serial killers or whatever, and their mom is still there in the courtroom, still loving them. Like it doesn't really matter what the son or the daughter does. Most mothers love their children, just like how God loves us. It doesn't matter what you've done; He still wants you close to Him. He still wants a relationship with you. But for us, you do something that I don't like, or you know that breaks my code of conduct. Yes, I will just love you from a distance.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love you, but I don't like to be around you.
Exactly.
You can love someone and be distant from the person. So yeah, it's not about the love, it's about the decision to stay or not to stay.
So you still think that your love is unconditional?
Yeah, because I can love you, but I can decide to leave. You know what's going on here? It's the confusion of love and relationship.
Okay,
And also,
okay, so-
what is coming to my mind now is like, what's the difference between love and to love and to like? Is
Okay.
which one is more deeper than the other? Yeah.
If you like a flower, you pluck it. If you love a flower, you leave it to bloom.
Interesting.
Oh, wisdom.
Yeah.
So if you love, you can love someone from afar. Let them
Yeah.
bloom from there.
You
If you like
know-
them, you can pluck them.
You want to have them. You want to keep it,
you want
right?
to keep it. I think you can love someone, but sometimes you feel like it's better for them to be far away. Or you can also like the person. You like to be with the person. You enjoy the company of the person. You know. So
And
If you love someone and then you like them also at the same time, you know, it's actually a good combination.
it's a good combination. Yeah.
Because this thing of saying I can love the person from a distance, it means that I love the person, but I don't like them. Or I
Their
don't like what they
behavior,
do.
what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be associated with them.
Yeah.
But if I see that they are struggling, I will help them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
I think this question of unconditional love, I should have put it at the top because there is I want to keep on grilling.
Wouldn't have
But
finished.
you know, I'm receiving instructions, you know, from the production that if I take longer here, I'm not coming back. All right, so yeah, I think it has been a very amazing
Yes.
conversation. I just wish we had more time. You know, when you're having these things, you go on YouTube, you see a conversation for 1 hour, something, you're like, these people.
What are they
What
talking?
time do they think we have?
Yeah.
And you're here talking, and 1 hour flies by so quickly. So I think we've had an amazing conversation. We want to urge all of our viewers to please send some questions. Put your questions down there. If we didn't answer your question very well, or if you think we didn't even talk about it properly, give your suggestions, give your ideas, your point of view, everything. All of that is valuable to us, and we'll compile them. And then next time we can talk about these things, and hopefully we can have our people back here because they still look like they have so much to say. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here. Next time, please feel free to share. In fact, not next time, today, you can share. You can comment, you can subscribe,
Right.
like everything.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, people. With us, it's Smile and Love.
Oh wow, it was a nice thing.